just start off with some meditation. Feeling your heartbeat, dropping into your center. Feeling the pulse in your veins, feeling the pulse of your heartbeat. And we're dedicating our practice to all those people who have struggled and lost their lives to the COVID pandemic, sending some thoughts to their loved ones and thoughts to them as they cross over to the other side, and sending some love to all those people suffering right now due to the COVID pandemic and other reasons. Dedicating our practice with a sense of devotion, a sense of ease, a sense of clear-mindedness to the focus of connecting with our humanity and with one another. So opening up the space in the altar. Ndauwe, shewe, ndau, siyabonga, ndau gogokusile. Ndauwe, shewe, ndau, siyabonga, Thobela Morena. Siyanqola minyange, siyanqola Thixo wamcamaku. Ndinga ucingo lendawo entomhlobo kenkyamba hijo inoyengo kokumoya John Keith Kelly Lockley. Ndiyanqola abantu abadala camaku. Ndiyanqola abantu bamlambo camaku. Siyanqola sithandaza camaku. Nceda abantu kuhamba phambili kuthandaza. Kuyiva kakuhle, kuthetha kakuhle, kuphuba kakuhle. Camaku Nkosi yam. So we reach down inside ourselves and honor and praise the Great Spirit and all our ancestors, and I ask that the Great Ones can help us to move forward as a human race, to move upwards. And we send them, our forefathers, our bone people, we send them blessings from this world to the other. We send our bone people blessings. So, welcome everyone to the 11th day of the 11-day challenge. 11-11, very auspicious number, very auspicious. So once you've got to the end of the 11th day of the 11-day practice, then some kind of blessing and some kind of magic is coming your way. That's true. And so I appreciate all the people who've been signing in. Thank you so much. It's nice to see all of you. Nice to see Joe and Rebecca and all the people signing in. It's great to see you. Thank you. And so we just carry on with the practice as we've been doing. And today, I can say, is a special day because it's the 11th day. And today is about just really feeling what has changed for you. What has stayed the same? So hi Catherine from Oxfordshire. Hello to Nina. Hello to all the people who are signing in right now. What has stayed the same for you and what has shifted? So I'm interested to hear about the shifts. But at the same time, we don't do this practice because we want something, because then it is really hard to shift. Hi Jean. Hi. So this practice is about offering ourselves to Mother Nature. This is about just seeing our life and our own body as an offering to the world. And then when we give ourselves away, then something else rises up. So when we give the story away, give the drama away, give our own flesh and bones and blood and heartbeat away as we're sitting and practicing, and then we watch and see what happens. And I just want to give you a little thought, something to think about, and maybe when you listen to these recordings, you'll think about this. But I've been thinking about this the last few days with the practice. And the practice, I'm talking about the practice of devotion, and the practice of praying, and the practice of meditating, and the practice of listening to the heartbeat, and then the practice of listening to the dreams. So the yang practice is that doing of the drumming, of the praying, of the chanting. That's the yang, like we're doing. And we're giving ourselves away, bam, bam, bam. That's the yang. And then the yin side is the receiving, is the listening, is the meditation, is the watching, is the witnessing. And then when we go to sleep at night, we, in a state of tabula rasa, a state of grace, a state of lying down, a state of just letting go, surrender. Then we're receiving dreams, and then when we wake up, is what are those dreams? That's the yin side of the practice, the listening. So when you bring it all together, what is going on? There's this movement, it's like a wind. That's what's going on, what's happening. Inside there's the stillness. And I'm just being aware with the practice myself of having this idea about doing, actually it was a 21-day challenge, and then I made it 11 days because I felt 11 days is easier to do. And then of course there's something about 11-11 which is very auspicious. So I thought, let me leave it at 11 days. But that inspiration for me to do this, it just came just as I was watching the birds outside. I just felt something to offer the world, and also to just pause for a moment and offer something to people who are suffering. So I wouldn't say that came from me as such. It was just really something that came through me. So this is what I want to talk about to you today, about the mystical witnessing of the witness inside of us. So witnessing the witness. So what is that? It's suddenly when you're engrossed with walking, or you're engrossed with something, you're aware of the presence of something with you. Call it the Holy Ghost, call it the Holy Spirit, call it the Great Mother, call it Mother Nature. And I'm often aware of that when I'm chanting, or when I'm going for a walk in nature, and I'm watching the birds, and there's this sense of something else, this presence, something sublime, it's just present. There's this sublime intelligence just around us, inside of us. It's everywhere. I don't like to give too many names for it, but if we didn't use a few names, then there'd be no conversation. So it's good just to use a few words, but I don't want you to feel my words are limiting maybe your experience. So this is the beauty of the practice. When we're giving ourselves away, there's something else that rises up. And then we become aware, especially with the dreams, of the conductor behind the scene, which we call the great dreamer, or the great spirit, or the witness of events, or consciousness, whatever you want to name it. It's about the unnamed one. As we let go of our connection to our own drama, as we let go and we feel a devotion of something else, something that pulls our heart, and we let go our own situation, then there's the rising up of this witnessing this consciousness, this sublime intelligence around us. And then when we start to listen to that, then things really start to move and shift and change, not just for us, but for the people around us. So there's a saying in South Korea where when you're chanting Kwan Yin or Kwan Sum Bosal, you're chanting for 10,000 eyes and hands. The Kuan Yin or Kwanzaa Bosal is seen to be the Bodhisattva of compassion. And when you chant her name, she has 10,000 hands and eyes to come and help the suffering of the living. So when you chant her name, this is what happens. And there's many stories about this in South Korea. It's very magical and very mysterious. So it's about chanting and letting yourself go and then connecting with that greater consciousness, that greater intelligence. And then your body becomes an instrument of goodwill. Your body and your mind becomes this instrument of channeling this intelligence to help this world. Call that God if you want, call it Buddha. But there's something very beautiful that happens when you get out the way of your own situation. So this is the practice. This is what happens when we do this practice. When we connect with ourselves and we connect with nature, you connect with what we call the wind in the trees, the wind in the willows. From my heart to yours, the whisper in the wind. You connect to that spirit which is holding everything together. And sometimes there's an unknowingness about that, and there's no words, and that's correct. Because when we're really getting into the mystery of this, there's a sense of stillness, there's a sense of not knowingness, because that's what the space is about, that's what the stillness is about. So within the circle, sometimes the circle is empty, and it's filled with possibility, pregnancy, a pause of pregnant opportunity and possibility. And sometimes the circle is very, very busy. Is one circle better than the other? That's a good Zen riddle for you. So back to the practice on spreading compassion and spreading help and healing for one another, and also for the animal and plant worlds. Once we let go our story and we're feeling that connection of that sublime intelligence, then anything is possible. And then we become a channel of Mother Nature, and we're just allowing nature to move through us, and then we're able to help heal this planet. So I'm just going to leave that with you, and we're going to do a bit of a meditation, and we just continue. So for this meditation, I want you to feel that wind inside of you, and then just see if you can feel the presence of another intelligence which is holding all of this together, and also holding this dialogue that we have right now, you and me, and the space between us. And maybe it's hard for you to feel it right now. That's okay. But just meditate on that. Because when you're struggling and you're having a hard time, it's easy to forget that you're being held by something much bigger than you. But I want you to remember that you are. So last night I was driving, very difficult conditions here in the north. In Canada, there's lots of snow and there's lots of ice, and I'm not used to that. Snow and ice, driving, and there's snow on both sides, and you can't see, and it's crazy, you know. And then I just went into the teachings, and I did the chants, and I just felt that space inside of me, just feeling that space that's holding everything together, me and you and everything, and just letting go into that space and just trusting it. And then it was like I was transported magically without any problems. And there's many sangomas and friends who talk to me about this sense of magically being transported through difficult times when you're feeling, how am I going to manage? And this is why we chant, and this is why we pray, to let go into that greater consciousness that is holding all of this together. Especially when times are tough and you think, I don't know, there's going to be a way out for me. What can I do? What can I do? Just hold on to your breath, hold on to your heartbeat, light a candle like we're doing, and do a chant like we're doing. And things change. So let's just hold that space and that thought and just breathe into that. And then I might do a chant called Umoya. Umoya means the spirit, means the wind. Letting go into that wind for ourselves. So we can feel the presence of that witness, the presence of Mother Nature around us. Okay, here we go. So just feeling your heartbeat, feel the wind inside of you, taking a deep breath in and out, feeling the wind. Feel your heartbeat and feeling the space around your heart. So you're feeling your bones and your blood and your flesh, and then just feeling the room around you, not with your head, but from your heart, just feeling the space around you. When you start to get into it, then you'll feel the birds outside. You'll feel the movements they're making. You'll feel it in your own body. And then when you get into it, you can start to feel the wind outside and the nature, the movement of nature, of the elements. And then after a while, you'll start to dance with the elements, with your own body. From here, from your own visceral feeling world. And then you're going to be able to help and do something. Be part of the dance of this incredible space that we're in, the dance of the elements, the dance of consciousness, the dance of being in this flesh and bone, blood, body. But we have to go into the music of it. The music is your own pulse, is the little drummer inside of you. So you're feeling your own music. And you're feeling the wind that lights the fire of the bellows inside of you. Okay, so on that note, I'm just bringing in the drums to ignite the bellows of the fire inside of you. We'll bring in the drum. So again, before we start with the drum, just feeling your own body and feel what you want to magnify. So if you're having struggles right now, you want to open the road for your struggles, or maybe there's friends and loved ones that you really want to send some love to who are struggling themselves. So you feel the drum, you breathe in and out, and you just send that rhythm to them, to give them energy, to give them passion and inspiration, to give them movement, because that's what the drum beat is. It's this movement to help shift and open the road for things. So here we go. Sondela mama, sondela mama, oh sondela, oh sondela, oh sondela, oh sondela, oh sondela mama, sondela mama, oh sondela mama, eh amandla mama. So feeling your heart space. Feeling the heartbeat in your hands. Clenching your hands, opening them, and just feeling the heartbeat. And then we're sending the energy that we've created, sending it to people who are struggling right now, sending it to those people who have suffered and are suffering from the pandemic right now. So using our hands, sending that intention through our heartbeats, through the ether. I'm directing it at the altar to magnify it, sending those prayers. So we send love and healing to all those people who have lost their lives from this pandemic recently, and all those people who have suffered around it. Maybe people who have suffered from cancer or suffering from other illnesses, or family members. So sending this healing energy of love and of just witnessing the struggles of another person, another creature during this time. So we're thinking about someone else, thinking of someone else in your circle that you know of who's suffering right now, and just sending that healing energy to them with clarity, with consciousness. Chant just to give energy, give wings to the prayer. We send some chants and some energy, so it's got some vibration, it's got some rhythm. We're attaching the chants to the smoke. We're letting the smoke rise up there and go where it needs to go to bring about healing and energy for those who are struggling. Ndawe, shewe, ndawu, siyabonga, ndawu gogo, kusemini, ndawuwe, shewe, ndawu, siyabonga, tobela morena, down. So even though this 11-day practice is coming to a close, I pray that the energy of these 11 days will keep moving. Will keep moving through the ether to spread healing to those people who have been struggling over the last year, and others who have come to their wits' end because of this pandemic and all the struggles around it. I pray for healing for them, and that we can all come together as a human circle to help one another, because nothing is insurmountable, nothing. Where the wind is moving, where our hearts are beating, and we have the prayer inside of us of witnessing the Great Mother and witnessing the consciousness of life moving through us. Nothing is insurmountable, nothing. So giving strength to our prayers, knowing that this 11-day practice is coming to a close, but then the practice will continue. It will continue in our own ways. So thank you all of you for signing up for this 11-day practice, for this auspicious time together. And thank you for all those people who have given donations. Thank you so much. Those donations are going towards my work to spread these teachings. And if anyone else would like to offer a donation, you can just go onto my website, johnlockley.com, and just click the donate button at the top. Thank you. And I'm going to be doing other workshops online, other ceremonies, and you're more than welcome to look at my website to check that out. I also have a special announcement about further online streaming or Facebook Live events, which I've been thinking about, and I'll let you know about that over the next few weeks. Just stay posted to my Facebook page and check out my website and my newsletters. So for all of you, from me here, from my heart to yours, a whisper in the wind. I wish you well, and I thank you for participating in this very magical time. And I know you've inspired me. I feel the presence of the people coming in to these Facebook Live events, and it's very encouraging and it's very uplifting to know that we can touch one another's hearts through cyberspace, through these online platforms. It's quite incredible. So I wish you all a wonderful day, and I hope that these teachings I've offered you will be helpful for you, that you can use it for your own practice, so that you can listen to the birds and listen to the wind and feel the connection inside of you with all living things. So thank you very much. Siyabulela, as we say in South Africa. We give thanks, and sobanana, which means I'll see you again. Thank you.